The UK is full of amazing cities, bustling market towns, and quaint villages. From rose-tinted village life in the southeast to the wonders of Wales, the scenery of Scotland, and the buzzy vibe of the northern cities. Here are the top 10 best places to live and raise your family in the UK for 2019. Chelmsford. Chelmsford was granted city status in 2012, and a vast boost in development has since followed, including the refurbishment of the railway station and the redevelopment of Anglia Ruskin's old city centre campus, which is being turned into 645 homes, shops, and offices. It is home to several excellent state schools, from outstanding primaries such as Beehive Lane Community to secondaries such as Sandon School and the Boswells. Families are increasingly looking for city centre houses within walking distance of schools, the high street, and the station. Chelmsford sits close to the A12 between Colchester and London, with access to the M25. Trains into Liverpool Street take 32 to 40 minutes, and an annual season ticket is £3,640. There are also some picturesque areas around the city as well, including the Flint Cathedral, canals, and parks. St. Albans. Some 20 miles north of central London, St. Albans is a buzzy little cathedral city with a great street market and a fantastic selection of restaurants and bars. It also has the kind of schools that tempt parents to leave the capital, plus plenty of parks, open countryside, commons, and forests for those who love the great outdoors. This city has the third highest earnings in the country, at £1,000 per week, far higher than the average of £646. But house prices are high, representing 10.8 times income. Expat families will find the St. Albans has a wide variety of neighborhoods to choose from, and single expats will find more than enough to do in terms of recreation and nightlife at pubs and bars. Its proximity to London makes it highly desirable for those that want to live outside of the big city, but still want it within striking distance for work and play. Winchester. Residents of Winchester enjoy the best quality of life in the UK, benefiting from a combination of above-average weekly earnings, low crime rate, and good health. Women there live more than 2 years longer than the average for the rest of the UK, and government figures reveal that Wintonians are among the happiest, satisfied, most content, and the least anxious in the country. Perched alongside the South Downs, it has stunning architecture, great schools, and plenty of green spaces. Winchester's employment rate, at 83%, is much higher than the national average of 73%, while residents earn almost £200 more than the UK average a week. Crime rates are amongst the lowest, and the number of pubs and leisure facilities are amongst the highest. Hambleton. With 20 pubs per 10,000 people, you could see why this area of North Yorkshire would rate highly. It includes the picturesque towns of Bedale and Thirsk and borders the North York's moors, as well as having a high level of employment. The communities really care, and everyone seems to look after each other here. It also scores strongly on the low crime rate, traffic flows, population density, and primary class size. Hambleton has one of the highest ratios of pubs to population, which is no surprise given its attraction to the many visitors wishing to take in the views and walks around the Yorkshire Dales. Belfast. Belfast is the capital of Northern Ireland and is part of the United Kingdom. It's one of the least attractive cities in the UK to live and work in, which is as independent as ever and only a short distance from the seaside or countryside scenery. Many of the Northern Ireland's more affluent residents base themselves in Hollywood, along what is known as the Gold Coast, which has turned into a sophisticated area. Belfast, specifically the east corner known as Ballyhackmore, is a great place to settle down and bring up children. It was recently named as one of the best value UK cities to buy a family home. Housing prices in Belfast are generally lower than the UK mainland. This means that owning a property is within most people's grasp. The majority of the people living in Belfast and the surrounds prefer to buy property rather than rent. Belfast has a good bus service which is operated by Metro. The Metro network serves the whole city and outlying areas. There is also a good train service which links Belfast to all the major towns in Ireland. Derbyshire Dales. Situated in the Peak District, the area is best known for its astounding scenery. Derbyshire is an area of great natural beauty with rugged, peat-covered moorlands and magnificent limestone dales with picturesque towns and villages, historic churches, and some grand houses. It is the location of Britain's first national park, the Peak District National Park, which is the world's second most visited national park. Whether you enjoy your shopping or leisurely sightseeing trips, Derbyshire's lively towns offer a delightful array of attractions. Derbyshire is a county of contradictions. It's home to the wilderness of the Peak District National Park, but only a 1 to 2 hour drive from the cosmopolitan cities of Manchester and Sheffield. Perfect for outdoor lovers is the new Monsalt Trail, running around 20 kilometers from Bakewell to Buxton along an old railway line and following the path of the River Wye, which has been newly refurbished to offer spectacular scenery and access for walkers, cyclists, and horse riders. Rutland. Rutland is England's smallest country with a population just shy of 40,000. Incomes are about average here, with the gross weekly income of the average person in 2017 at about £540. Life expectancy is good here, with men expected to live to 80 and women to 84. Food costs are about average for the UK and Rutland, with the average household spending £55 a week on food. Because Rutland is so small, it's likely you'll always find a connection with someone you meet, and they'll know someone you know. With a huge local attraction, Rutland Water is a man-made reservoir completed in 1975. Rutland Water has everything to do from rock climbing, a 26-mile cycle track, a beach, an aqua park, water sports, wildlife, and more. Richmondshire. Richmondshire is a local government district of North Yorkshire, England. It has excellent personal well-being scores across all measures of life: satisfaction, worthwhile, happiness, and low anxiety. It also scores strongly on low crime rate, traffic flows, population density, and primary class size. Richmondshire has one of the highest ratios of pubs to population, which is no surprise given its attraction to many of the visitors wishing to take in the views and walks around the Yorkshire Dales. The rate of unemployment in Richmond is both lower than the average of North Yorkshire and lower than the national average. The percentage of residents in Richmond rating their health as very good is more than the national average. Also, the percentage of residents in Richmond rating their health as very bad is less than the national average, suggesting that the health of the residents of Richmond is generally better than in the average person in England. York. The walled city in North Yorkshire, home to York Minster, is one of the best places to live in the UK because of its combination of ancient beauty and recent modernization. York comes out in the top spot due to its emergence as a mini metropolis with trendy cafes and destination restaurants, innovative tech and media firms, and a dynamic workforce. York has ambitions to become one of the best connected hubs in Europe, has an average house price of £300,000 and a population of about 200,000. It has encouraging employment rates at 73% of its population in work in 2015. Income and disposable income are in fairly good shape in York compared with nearby areas. However, they are still on the low end for places that made the top 10 in best places to live in the UK. With good value for money on both housing and living expenses and great amenities, York is a good place to consider moving to if you're looking for the best places to live in the UK. Orkney. Orkney is the best place to live in the UK because of its high employment levels, with 88% of the residents currently in work, high average spend per pupil on education, low anxiety levels, low crime rates, low primary class sizes, and consistently high scores in life satisfaction and happiness. Incomes in the Orkneys are fairly good, at £500 gross per week for the average person, which is comparable to some of our other top 20 locations like South Nottinghamshire and higher than many others. With its picturesque landscape and rich archaeological treasures, the archipelago off the north coast of Scotland has been the survey runner-up for the past 2 years. Orkney is also one of the most affordable places to live in the UK, with an average house price of £170,000.